Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go into our second map now of the grand finals of the European Minor. It is once again Godsent versus Hellraisers, and Hellraisers just snatched the first map out of the hands of Godsent there. It seemed like they had it, but again, the spin around happens, and we see Hellraisers end up taking it. So now we go over to map number 2, where really anything can happen.
Yeah, I'm thinking Godsent for this one, to be honest, but they have to once again be stable on that T side. We all know they have a brilliant CT side on Mirage. The question is, what Godsent team is going to show up on the T side? Is it going to be the free-flowing, well-killing Godsent lineup, or is it going to be the miserable pile of dirt we saw in the first time around when they played Mirage? It's going to be a good question. I'm thinking the first one, to be honest. I think Godsent, they can bring this one home, take Mirage, and bring us on to the third one, which is going to be Gash.
We were seeing that confidence, like I said before. Sorry to bring this up multiple times, but we were seeing that really start to show up at the beginning of the first map. But it seems like now it kind of faded away again, as we saw specifically with JW.
Yeah,
get a nice close-up on the screen of him there. But like we saw, like where he's like banging on the table and all that, and it just kind of like goes back to the struggle bus for the guys on Godsent. And
the struggle bus, that's a nice term. I like that.
Things are just not really looking that solid right now.
No, definitely not. And also with them being in this kind of situation where, okay, now they're down 0-1. They have to win 2 maps in a row to get this trophy. And these Godsent guys, okay, they already booked their qualifying ticket to the event. So are they at this like point where they have worked hard enough in their minds? Of course, not in everyone's mind watching, but maybe some of these players might be at a point where, okay, we're actually looking towards the major qualifier now. This doesn't really mean as much, and that would be a big mistake for them. I hope they don't make that mistake. Surely they will be 100% focused going into that one, but that can always happen. That is a thing that happens with CS players. Hopefully Godsent can rise above that and send the Hellraisers straight to hell and bring us a map 3.
Well, alright then, let's get into it, guys. Pretty sure we're live. Made the mistake on the last map, of course, but hey, let's see if we can not mess it up now. Godsent are getting into this one now, and Hellraisers are, as we take a look at them here, going to be preparing for an A hit, but also paying a lot of attention towards mid currently, where there's not going to be any pressure at all. Godsent are going directly in through the palace. They're prepared with smokes and whatnot for their 2 players over there on the T ramp, but these 3 are just going to have to explode outside. Bondik is ready for this type of hit, but are the actual shots going to connect, of course?
Yeah, let's see. Now they have seen that nothing is going on, and no.
Oh, no.
There we go.
We get a nice point of view of Stiko just getting the shot on the JW. That's a nice jumping shot from Schneider, though. Catches the trade, but all of a sudden, here comes Bondik. Wrapping back in and gets that 1 kill against Flusha. That's all, just a little bit of a dip and dive. Gets that one, gets the hell out of there, and now waiting for players to push into him. Playing around with the pillar a little bit here, but he's being pushed further and further back. It's Pronax taking the duel with him inside and around these pillars here, and Pronax really given no reason to move now. Zero pushing in as well. He's going to be able to grab Schneider, take him down, pushing himself up here too, looking for more. No, where'd the knife come from? Bondik just pushing forward, gets that one, and I believe Hellraisers is going to take control off of that.
Yeah, definitely. Counter-terrorist win we hear, and the defuse comes in. And Bondik with the knife, sneaky beaky plays from him. Also hiding in that corner for such a long time. And basically giving the information constantly to his team and then getting the knife as well in the end. Bondik taking that one home for Hellraisers, who now are up 1-0 in maps and 1-0 in this one as well.
And we will get into our next round. Yeah, happy about that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Hellraisers, they get the start on City side too, which is the important thing here, making sure that they retain the advantage. They don't hand over any of those free rounds to Godsent, as obviously that +3 can be very, very good if Godsent are going to have trouble being able to pick up their, being able to pick up like their gun rounds and whatnot here. So still, they prepare to go on their force up here into the B-bomb site. They've used their buys here, so they've got like utility and everything, but a good nade thrown in there. Does about a quarter of damage to both Pronax and JW.
Yeah, almost 100 damage in total there coming in from that grenade. And here we go, JW jumping in.
And Fleckro, however, just going to unleash himself onto the bomb site. Zero and Angel both get knocked out there. Dead Fox waiting to respond from the backside. Him and Stiko are going to trade blows. And with that now, them both picking up kills. It brings us down to a 3 versus 3. Smokes and all that. This is where Godsent buying into that utility, of course, helps out by quite a lot, because they can stem the tide for the retake and give themselves a little bit of extra time to get into post plants here. Bondik doesn't know where to look, but him and Dead Fox still going to be able to chain together those 2 kills. Now it is down to Schneider, but all three players have been lit to a certain degree. They'll jump onto it, they'll start the defuse. There's the first pickup. He's looking for the diffuser, whips onto the second one and the third from Schneider. A last second clutch, doesn't peek out at all until the last second, and when he does, he unleashes hell and destroys everyone on Hellraisers.
The savior that Godsend needs, Snyder, Darth Snyder, steps up to the plate and takes 3 players down with his UMP 45, and now, once again, Godsend are looking fine. Snyder definitely jumping out of his chair for that one, but also this one from Lekro, that's absolutely beastly. That is why he's on that team now. That was just perfect. Perfect from Snyder.
Tying it up really quickly there, and there you have it now. Godsend right back into the mix here. Right back into a close game, and that was on a buy-up from them. So now we see, unfortunately, they're not really going to be able to still go for the full rifles and whatnot here, but Hellraisers themselves now looking for an investment too. And obviously, some of them wanting to still pick up SMGs, as they might be easier to take out these guys. But as they already pushed in, no one's checking for Bondic underneath, but he doesn't get a single kill, despite him having basically an open season free range onto these players here. There's 2 of the members of HR getting knocked out. Zero and Stiko both already being lit here too. Not a lot of damage return. There you go. There's a couple tags coming out from Stiko, but ultimately it's up to Angel now to find the impact. Another tag, and Angel's going to capitalize on that. Lekro and Schneider both getting taken down. Zero trading some blows, and it leaves it as Angel, the last man standing, but he can't find that kill on a Flusha.
So here we go, 2-1 for Godsend. After losing the pistol, they have bounced back, and look at that, 7k on Snyder. So they're going to have plenty of money. They're not going to invest in an AWP this time around. They're going to do the MAC-10s, they're going to do the SMGs, and save money for the next round, because they know Hellraisers will be on a full pistol eco. So we don't even see any deagles coming in so far from Hellraisers. They want to save all the money that they can coming into the next one.
Godsend again now with the advantage here, and well, this round's actually probably going to go pretty quickly, judging from the current way things are proceeding. Everyone on Hellraiser's stacked A. It's the gamble stack, of course, and well, there's always the gamble that this happens.
Yeah, they went all in and it did not pay off. Let's just say it like that. And now they kind of figure out, okay, no one see the bomb has been planned. Oh well, we're screwed. What can we do to do something here? Well, it's going to be double teaming in CT spawn.
Go to here is to line up for those exit positions, and oh, Pronex. Not a fan of that. I'll just molly them out of position, however, get them away from that one. And also put one of his guys back over there in the crawl space, too, if they try to push forward. They don't do it. Why does that gun still have its stickers glitched? Zero's going to get that kill on the Lekro. Schneider finding one for himself here, too. JW starting to clean up a little bit here. But Hellraisers, you know, they've gotten some damage off one of the Godsend guys. They've dropped Lekro. They've got that MAC-10 still to work with here. And it doesn't look like they'll be able to successfully hunt down any of the remaining 3. I say that, actually, but all of a sudden there's a speed race. 3 guys pushing themselves up here. They want to try to drop everybody on this team, but it's just not going to be plausible. As we see them rounding the corner, the round's going to expire, and those 3 remaining guys do manage to survive the round there.
To quote the hypest hype man of all time, the war is over. The war is over. And now a new run can begin. 3-1 for Godsend, and there's going to be AKs on that terrace side. On the CT side, we're going to see the AWP coming up from Dead Fox, and a couple of rifles for everyone else. Bondic on the other FMRs, but that's going to work out fine for him. The bigger problem is being the lack of utility all over the place for Hellraisers. Hopefully they can get some openings and get some good frags to take down the Godsend players and hold them back.
Lekro is going to send himself barreling through the apartments here. He's already got a position to punish anybody that goes for the jump up over there towards Van to hunt for intel, but pretty much the entire Hellraisers roster is cut away from that one. And well, Zero's also gone down to the ground. Angel, he's in position for a trade though, so just a little bit of combat there on the site. And that'll expire pretty quickly after that one. Leaves it into a 4-on-4. But Godsend now trying to push their way up towards ramp. Stiko here, finding 1 kill, doing great damage to his second, which Bondic is going to be able to finish off. Godsend, unfortunately, have not found a lot of success with their hit on this round, and unless JW can turn things back, Hellraisers have full control.
See here, JW trying to sneak his way through the smoke. He actually get onto stairs, and the CT has not noticed him, but he has not noticed the CT either. He thinks he's around here somewhere, but Stiko has rotated all the way into CT spawn towards market or kitchen, if you will.
They've gone away from this one, and Bondic's going to go to check back over there on the ramp, so nobody currently counting these guys out. They just let them walk right in. It's amazing, to be completely honest here. JW gets into the bomb site, takes down Bondic, and now Dead Fox waiting for a peek, but he's blind. They know he's around that corner, so Pronex actually takes the aggressive position, but that's going to be a mistake, and he has a bomb too, so now the bomb's gone down to the ground here. More than pushing in, but there you go. Dead Fox is the man to close out the round. He's going to get those last 2 kills there and put a second one up to bring these guys within 1 round of tying it.
So here we go, 2-3. Godsend, of course, still with money to buy this one up. Hellraisers, on the other hand, very, very happy to generate a bit more economy on this CT side here. And who's going to come out on top on this one? If it's Hellraisers, then they tie us up 3-3 on Godsend's map choice. But to be honest, Godsend have been good looking so far on this T side, and the T side on Mirage has been their problem so far at this event.
Yeah, indeed it has. But so far, things are obviously gone pretty back and forth here. So no telling how this half is actually going to conclude as of yet. JW, though, positioned back over here. He's been tagged a bit, as is Pronax, both of them down about 60 and 50 HP respectively. And flusha kind of hunting through the smoke. Nothing's there, though. They've all kind of faded away into the connector. And unless he's able to tag these guys on pre-fire positions in the connector, it's going to be rough to find the impact here, because there's two waiting in the wings. Stiko and Dead Fox now close out both of the aggressors from Godsend. And with the earlier damage done here, we're going to see JW pushing in. Actually gets the kill onto Zero, and then spins around for another one onto Angel too. With that, Schneider also going to be impacting back over here at mid, finding the kill there. Now the A site's cleared out for these players, so they're able to push back in. Somehow they keep opening these opportunities. But Bondik around the corner. I don't know if they've spotted him. He's got a position there, and the Molotov doesn't hit him, so he's free to sit there. And he can now lurk out to try and wreak some havoc.
Yeah, bomb is still dropped in T-spawn, so they have to pick that up before they go anywhere. Bondik picking up Snyder, who's looking at a different place, and maybe a different time as well, because he looked just way out of it. Now it's JW and Lekro remaining against Dead Fox and Bondik, and well, HP low on Dead Fox, but Bondik is on 100, so he's probably going to be the one to save the one. But it's going to be Dead Fox on the bomb side, misses his AWP shot, so this is going to be very hard for him to hold.
And JW just pushing up for it there, gets the kill onto Dead Fox, so 2v1, but 10 seconds on the clock. They'll find that plant though, and JW, nicely played from him. This is all his round here. The 4K on it, and the double op set up for free now for Lekro. That's some good stuff from Godsend. And just as they were about to lose control, they swing it back once again.
Great job by Godsend. And now Hellraisers will be forced into a pistol round. Oh, actually, no. Okay, so Bondik buying fully up and buying that SMG. Stiko buying the rifle as well. But that's all the equipment we're going to see from them. The other players are going to be on pistols. So this is kind of one of these quasi-buys where Hellraisers just putting it all on the line. 3 pistols for them. Dead Fox though with the Deagle. So you might be able to do some damage long range with that.
And in the back of the top mid there, Dead Fox catching some of them creeping out, but having to time his own aggression very carefully, since he only has the Deagle to work with here. The rest of Godsend just waiting themselves for the correct opportunity to start to punish the aggression that, well, we might expect from Dead Fox. But at the moment, just turning it into a bit of a stalemate here. They start to creep towards it though. No smokes or anything currently in the connector. Dry peeking, in all honesty, would be dangerous against that Deagle for that specific reason. Lekro gets tagged down to 40 HP, and not only this too, but Angel pushing him with the 5-7. He just found the pickup on a Snyder.
So here we go, Dead Fox still in this position, used the pop flash to kind of like flush any terrorists out and scare them away. But right now it's going to be a push towards this B bomb site where we currently have Zero and Stiko. Stiko, of course, with the biggest investment into this round, that is the M4A4 for him. Almost 1-on-1 flashbang, so he can hold this one off for a couple of seconds if he puts it down. And there goes the smoke, of course, make sure that the guy from Market can spot anything, but still 2 CTs here.
And the rest of them pushing their way in now. Godsend are ready for this, but there's a lot of defenses set up from Hellraisers too. Close up as well. And there's Stiko. Tries to chain into more, but it does not pan out. Lekro and flusha both finding kills. There's still Zero here though with the CZ. Picks up the up, dives away, tries to get that player on Arches. Not going to find it though. flusha responding, and in the backside here, Bondik trying to hold on to his own. They've got a completely blind flusha, but he's behind the smoke and they can't see him. And no, Bondik, just barely gets that flick at the last moment. flusha for some reason doesn't catch him either. Now it's down to JW again to clutch. The flashbang out. It doesn't affect him, and he's wrapping around right into the face of these players. He gets one of them, but Bondik trades, and Hellraisers will pick up a third.
That was incredibly close to JW actually clutching that one with the Glock. Bondik had 25 HP to go, but in the end it's going to be Hellraisers picking up their third round, and we move on to round number 8. Bondik sitting on 7-4, but look at Stiko, 5 assists, and he's more assists than he has kills. That is pretty crazy.
Unlucky.
True support player.
That just means he's got to learn to finalize those kills there.
Yeah, definitely.
I actually know that experience all too well.
So here we go, 4-3. Quick B push looking like it. Oh well, they're slowing down a bit now, but B definitely is the spot as Dead Fox just spots Lekro and takes him out.
So they're going to grab that frag. More are possibly on the way, and that's a nice smoke there, dipping its way down, bouncy, bouncy. Gets its way out on in front of the little platform there. However, Zero doesn't like smokes, so he's just going to push directly through this now and wait. Beyond the chair here, they have no clue that he's up in front here. First kill for him. Unfortunately, he has trouble picking up the second, so flusha is going to take him down. And Dead Fox, that's a great flash. It's letting him go so far back and basically escape the wrath of Godsend, who were chasing him down. That saves his own life. Angel back on the archway, picks up a first kill. Schneider responding, but now he's trying to pick up some more too, and there's a lot to deal with here. flusha thankfully bails him out a little bit by taking down Stiko, but bondik dipping back in there too. Also finding flusha, leaves Schneider. He's trying to bait out these shots to reconfirm his position, but also having having bondik wrap back around here. He's going to be to his right in a moment, and he will get the kill for free.
That was a nice play of words. The Wrath of Godsend. I like that. I like that a lot. So 4-4 is going to be the score that rhymes as well, so that's all great and dandy. It's going to be a pistol round coming up from Godsend. It's not going to be too much investment as we only have Snyder and flusha who can pretty much buy anything into this one. So it's probably going to be a dry run somewhere. Just get this round over with. It's going to be surely 5-4 for Hellraisers after this one.
Again here from Godsend, though the split will roll across the map. Just got the P250s and Glocks. Angel specifically. Well, alright, there's the one pickup there. That's already going to drop Lekro. Another one sitting further up there. That is going to be Schneider. Yeah, at this point, these pistols, unfortunately, just not having even close to the effects that one would hope on this type of round. 4 kills to none being traded, and JW is hiding himself in a little corner here.
Oh. Get shot at. 86 HP to go.
Doesn't want anything to do with that.
No. He just runs away and meets another CT in just a matter of seconds. Oh, he does the 360 running. He just doesn't care.
Well, spin botting, clearly. Confirmed.
Can we road kick that spin botter, guys, please?
Report that one to r/back sucks.
And there we go. Actually goes for the knife in the end. JW will eventually be taken out, and that's 5-4 in favor of Hellraiser. So edging themselves closer to a lead here on the map choice of Godsend. They already are 1-0 on maps, so they are right now just 11 rounds away from being the champions of the EU Minor.
And so with that, now we have again here Hellraisers closing out a consistent string of rounds. Godsend, of course, buying back into this one with the AKs again, but limited utility on quite a few of their own players. The double op setup, I am worried about the Godsend's ability to deal with this, though. Angel and Dead Fox both working with them, but Godsend are going to go directly to an A hit.
So, here we go. Smokes are landing for this set strategy, and that's actually a really good Molotov. Secondary Molotov coming in as well. They just can't pass through that. All the terrorists are caught, and all their smokes will eventually dissipate. They cannot hit the silent tower. Well, that's a good frag from Lekro, so now they actually do have a chance with that first pick coming in. flusha coming in from Connector as well.
They move themselves into it here. Godsend getting ready to push up, and we can see Pronax sitting in the corner there too. He's managed to breach the veil, but Stiko sitting over here on the steps waits for that player in mid to eventually try to push through too. They know the way that this play is more than likely going to transpire. So Godsend need to add some spice to it here to see if they can actually throw this off. Hellraisers are not peeking at all. They're not taking any extra risks. Now granted, they don't actually have anyone in B, so there is that worry. Eventually they're going to have to try to reconfirm that they're still here, and well, Dead Fox has just done that. Not only that, but he gets Lekro into the open too. Takes him down. 2 more back over by Tetris that I believe he just saw as well. So everybody is going to be free to fully commit, and there's just no pushing coming in at all from Godsend. The one player boosting up on his steps may be able to make an impact here. That's going to be a bit of a surprise, I imagine. But no, Dead Fox continuing to bail these guys out. Finally, he meets his end, getting a bit aggressive there. But one more shall take his place. Stiko up on the steps, gets a kill. That's traded by Schneider, but again, Zero rounding around the backside there, finishes him off, takes him out, and gives Hellraisers their 6th.
Yeah, definitely. 6-4 is a great score coming in from Hellraisers on the CT side, but they need to add more to it. They need to add a couple more rounds before they can say, okay, we have a decent scoreline. They definitely have to win the half, first of all. So they need something like 9, I think, is what they're going for. If they grab more than that's fine as well, of course. 11-4 would be absolutely ideal for them. But they're probably also going to grab the 7th round here, as the Deagles are incoming from Godsend and full setup for Hellraisers. So no worries at all from them. Stiko just start off. But look at that from JW. Absolutely removes Stiko from the server, and Angel now re-peeking.
Schneider underneath over there in Catwalk, but with him losing his teammates this quickly, he's not going to be able to have any effectiveness. Angel chiming in there for those pickups there, along with Sticko, who granted is dead now, but still made his impact, made his mark. And the 3 remaining from Godset, they're not going to have any choice really but to try and flush this over to B, but even that's going to be denied by Angel. Now all they have to themselves is this bot mid control. Looks like they're going to try and boost up Schneider a bit to see if he can spot anything, and he does, but Bondik counters it out. Takes out Schneider. The nade being tossed will chase Pronax. It won't hit, but there you go. He's going to get shot right in the back by Dead Fox. Hellraisers continuing to dominate the playing field.
Yeah, and we have a look at the economy of these two teams. We do see Godsen have the money to buy up now. They get in at a decent loss bonus, but on the other hand, Hellraisers, some of these players, and most of them actually have above 5k after buying. Just show how great their economical situation is looking right now. 7-4 is what we have lined up for you on the scoreboard. And who's going to come out on top? Is Hellraisers going to be able, or are they going to be able to grab another round here and make it 8? Oh, Godsen going to answer back and show the world that they came here to fight and get their hands on that trophy.
Sticko sending himself down below here now. And trying to look for anyone else that would be deployed over there. And generally would look for these guys on a catwalk push, but now being sent back, of course, since he doesn't find anything. Time's gone down a bit. There's the possibility that there could be someone from Godset sneaking, and a random headshot could be looming there too. So time to get out of here. And also, they still need coverage in the window room with how heavily, as we take a look at the other spots on the map here too. You got those two guys pushing the palace. They haven't seen anything, but what they don't know is how much pressure there actually is in mid right now. They have a large focus on B, but it's clear to basically push all the way through through connector if they want to.
Sticko's holding this one defensively on the other side of this murder hole right here. So just playing it correctly to the fact that, well, they know they've given up mid, so they know the terrace can be anywhere. And I like that awareness, that overview, sense of overview coming in from Hellraisers, knowing exactly what to do. And now they're just waiting on Godsen to make a choice here, and they will soon, because there is only 40 seconds remaining, and good info coming in from Bondik right now. He's saying, okay, there's definitely no one in T-spawn. I don't think they know where Snyder is, but the rest of the team are gearing up for something else, so it's going to be a hit mainly from mid.
Flusha lurking his way in there, finding Dead Fox. They take him down. Sticko as well on the backside. Flusha creeping his way up there too to look for him. Moving up to it. Finds a detection onto that player. Bondik trying to wrap around the other side of this one too. So they're in position to crunch on these guys. They're ready for a retake, but can they actually pull it off here? Like I said before, they left the site rather open, and this is going to be the ultimate problem here. But there's Bondik starting us off, finding the kill into Flusha. Now Sticko seems like he's going to be next up. But look at this flank from Pronax. They have no one in jungle. He's able to walk right up and get that kill. He'll dive back in as we see more of them moving up there. An op shot did connect further into the backside there on a JW, bringing him to 14 HP, but they're bailing out of here. They're going to give this up. They're going to let Godsen have this round.
Yeah, and might even get a second back here in Pronax, and yes, he will. Rotates now on his way onto that B bomb side to make sure that, well, the CTs, if they want to save here, they're going to be absolutely executed. But Godsen bringing it back now, 5 rounds on this T side, and, well, this is looking better than they usually do on this map. So Godsen looking fairly good right now. Economy is looking fine as well, and they have plenty of money to go around to get a weapon for Flusha also. On the CT side, same story. Money's looking fine, and they can buy up into this round as well as we head into round number 13. And the scoreline reads 75 in favor of Hellraisers.
Still quite a few more rounds to go, of course, before we conclude the half and have to switch those sides. So Godsen capitalizing on more and more of this will prove to be even better for them. The AK pickups once more along with pretty much an even buy on the other side. But we see Angel getting himself onto Cat early on. This is spotted by Flusha though, and it's going to send him barreling back into that B bomb site. But it's Dead Fox actually with a really nice shot. It looked like it was super long range, catching a guy just as he's creeping up the steps there on the backside. And Angel here with a great position outside of the smoke, whips the opening volley though, and with that's going to let Lekro get the kill. Zero tries to finish the job. He knows he got damage in, but all he's going to be able to find is Pronax currently. Sticko, he's been challenged by more of these guys pushing in. They get jungle control for Godsen. Now, how are they actually going to get this bomb into the site? Because there's still a lot of members from Hellraisers in the way. And yep, there's Bondik taking that jungle control right back as he eliminates Flusha.
So here we go. Snyder and Lekro on 3 HP has to relocate and do something different. Snyder has to bomb at 100 HP, but this is going to be incredibly hard for them. Luckily for them, there's no one really watching towards short where they are right now. There's one player that's Zero close nearby. But that's going to be it. Let's see if he can finish this one on his own. Pushes in, and, well, that's the death sentence for Lekr and Sneijder. They get absolutely destroyed, and now Hellraisers find themselves on a 3-round lead here on the CT side.
They've gotten those last couple of kills there, and they're right back on the winning train, of course. Godsent, they're going to buy out here, just see what they can invest into this round. Pretty much everybody actually, getting the full buy now. It's not certainly a bad situation at all. They've worked with a lot less than have been able to win previously, but it's Hellraisers that are back up to the full arsenal setup with like utility and everything. That's going to become the real problem for them. They can afford to sit back and wait out Godsent, whereas the T's can't necessarily do the same. They, however, are done with playing around across the map and setting up that default. They are just going to go directly into an A hit this time.
Yeah, Bondik has had a great game so far. Will he have even more? No, he's removed by JW, and double for JW as he takes down Deadfox as well.
As they move in there, that pretty much kills the retake. This is probably going to have to be a save situation for Hellraisers here now. Site take happens so quickly, and Deadfox and Bondik, they just die themselves. They don't really do anything about the hit, so there's not a lot of wiggle room for Hellraisers to get back into that site and actually pull off a retake. Much better to try and save those guns for the 15th round than it is to risk their lives on trying to maintain a lead.
So here we go, Sneijder with a nice shot onto Stico. That will leave Zero and Angel as the 2 remaining players. Smoke goes down, but it's a tad too late to be honest there. Sneijder sees exactly where Angel is. And he'll now be able to call that to his teammates and give information for the push. Zero picks up 1 and is pushed a bit by Pronax, but surely not going to die here.
No, he should be good hiding out in that position there. Hellraisers managed to get through it, and most of them had enough money to rebuy anyway, so it doesn't end up being that big of a deal. We should still have full investment with maybe 1 player, I think, downgrading to either FAMAS, not FAMAS, apologies, Galil, or a pistol there. No, it will be FAMAS, excuse me. But we will figure that out in a moment, as soon as we get back into the game.
So here we go. This is the last round of the first half incoming. Who will take this one? Surely it's going to be Hellraisers grabbing the round or the half win, but how close can Godsent get? Are they going to get 7 or are they going to stick with 6 in their bank account? Which of course will prove to be incredibly important when we hit that pistol round into the next one and start moving further into the second half. That round could be the one that decides everything in the end, because as we know with these 2 teams, they are so incredibly close to each other and usually always ends games with 16-14 to overtimes.
Godsent now move out for that top mid control they've been very fond of here now. Directly towards it, not really playing around with the underpass area here, but Hellraisers have their players in position, and no, Deadfox, oh, that flick gets an immediate kill and just barely able to dive back in. Stico chiming in for one of his own, but what is that spray from Sneijder through the smoke? Manages to find Stico, now he's going to blind Sneijder, however, but Deadfox doing the same thing to his opponent. That's going to take him down, eliminating him, leaving Lekr as the last man standing. He was supposed to be a late push in from the T-ramp, but now he's the only push, and he's going to be immediately knocked out there. A nice clean one from Hellraisers, and they go 9-6 at the half.
9-6 is an approved first half, to be honest, for Hellraisers. Of course, it's a decent first half as well on Mirage on that T side for Godsent, which is something they have struggled with. So both teams are going into the second half with a strong belief that they can actually take this map. Hellraisers, of course, looking to close this one out 2-0, while Godsent are looking to bring us into a third one that will be DE cash. The question is, can they make that happen? We're going to have the pistol round going live any second now, guys, and we're going to find out who goes out on top to start this second half.
Well, Hellraisers wanted the experience of playing against a team like Godsent with the players they have and whatnot, and they're certainly getting that now. The only question is, can they try and close this out in 2 maps, or are they going to have to push it to a third? A very, very close match in front of us, and again, some great performances really from both sides of the teams there. Bondik showing up really big in this one in a way that I don't think we've seen yet, at least on this stream. And Deadfox there as well. Angel dropping off the map a little bit in this match, but not to like a huge degree or anything. Just hasn't had any major highlightable plays so far in that first half. Whereas on Godsent, it's Sneijder carrying himself over from the from that last map there. He had some really great stuff on the T side, especially like back over and drop and whatnot. What's interesting though is that Lekr hasn't been as strong, I don't believe. It's been somewhat hit or miss from him on this T side, whereas previously he's been really good, like I said before, like finding those trades and whatnot, just not able to set himself up in as good of positions as he was back on Kabul.
The biggest play that I can pretty much remember from Lekr is that 2-guy Tech-9 spray down on the B bomb side, which allowed Sneijder into the position behind the bench, which he eventually clutched. And if that is the only play from Lekr, then that's not on the level as he had played in the last couple of maps, because he's been absolutely insane in pretty much every game we've seen him in so far. So Lekr, of course, has something to do here as I think Sneijder returns to his chair. after maybe a short toilet visit or something like that, just to get everything covered before we go into this second half.
Little potty break. Everybody needs them.
Everybody needs
It's a part of our lives.
So here we go. He's now back at his PC.
It's
Snyder.
Schneider, right? Yeah, that's Schneider.
Yeah, it is. You can recognize him on the cap. LA Kings fan, apparently.
It's hard to see for us. It's,
Yeah.
it's a lot brighter for you guys at home. The camera's just really, really low on this TV.
So here we go, guys. Any moment now, we're going to jump into the second half. And the beard master himself, Flusher. Can he bring this one home for Godsend, or will it go into the hands of the Hellraisers?
Well, we will get into things. It should be resuming at any moment here now, as soon as Schneider's ready to rock and roll again here. And championship on the line here. If Godsend drop this one, it's all over, and Hellraisers take the cake. They take the $30,000 first place prize in addition to the cake. And there's that trophy sitting in the middle of the room, too.
Yeah.
I don't actually think there's a cake, by the way.
But the trophy, and the trophy is really cool as well. So
they could buy a cake.
yeah, they could buy a cake. With $30,000, they can buy a cake. No worries. It's going to be a sick-ass cake if you spend 30 grand on it.
Could you even spend that much on a cake?
I can.
Get a lot of cakes.
JW picks up the first one, and Angel goes down. And we talked about Angel having not that good of a game so far here in Mirage, and he just gets dinked as the first thing ever in this round, and just is removed from the equation. bondik right now thinking about going in here towards B, but his teammate says no, we're going to go another way around the map. We're going to rotate all the way through T-spawn and then hit that A bomb site. Surely, maybe an A split even coming in from the Hellraisers, as they are now down one man. Once again, they're running the setup where Zero is the raid boss, which of course means he has the Tech-9 and the small armor, which means he buys the armor and gets the Tech-9 drop from one of his teammates. Usually it's Dead Fox, and with Dead Fox purchasing one smoke and nothing else, that makes sense. So now they are rotating back to T-ramp to hit this A-bomb site, and they have one smoke from Pronax that's going to be put down.
JW pushing himself forward here, and spots quite a few of them, but
Yeah, rotation has to come in now.
yeah, he's gonna call for it here, and the rest of Hellraisers are ready to execute. But JW can still do some damage, even though they know he's somewhere around here. They found him, and they're just spraying the hell out of that corner.
Yeah.
They will take him down. He will not get any kills here. It's actually a rather slow rotate, though, from Godsend. I mean, they get Pronax here, but beyond him, there's not really anyone else that can contribute currently. The rest of them kind of have to wait for the rotates to finish off. And bondik, you just made a mistake. Oh, maybe not. He pushes in. At least gets a 1-for-1, but that full commitment on the jump jumps right into 3 players there. Lekr0 rounding the corner. He's going to find Zero. This is the Lekr0 we need to see. Dead Fox on the other side, but where's the support for Dead Fox? It's non-existent. Lekr0 finding another kill here, and it's up to Stiko, tapping away, misses his first shot, and that's going to be crucial, but there's the second pickup there. They're trying to jump onto this defuse right now. Pronax going for it here. He's looking for it, and he's going to get very close to it. Lekr0 takes him down, and there you have it. Godsend will pick up the pistol.
Very good job from Godsend there, especially when they know that last player is down towards that A ramp, and one player of course getting the defuse in the smoke, and another one just pushing him, holding him down, making sure that he can't just dink through that smoke. And that is going to be a round win for Godsend, bringing us even closer to a tied game between these two giants of European Counter-Strike.
So we get back into our second round now. They've got their way back into the match. They have their victory here, and Hellraisers won't do anything about that now in the second round. They are 100% focusing on that third round buy up there.
Yes.
Hello.
So we get the player reactions instead of the in-game. That's something.
And we've brought to you a view of the players' emotions. We're just gonna cast those now.
Yeah, that's going to be a
No one
harder.
cares about gameplay. We're just gonna comment on their facial expressions.
But right now, 4 players still remains for Hellraisers. 9-7 is the scoreline right now, and they have 4 clocks to make it into 9-8. That's probably not going to happen. Let's be honest here. Godsend just going to gun them down as they do try to hit the A apartments. And look at that. Snyder just pushing out and missing them by 2 or 3 seconds. It's going to be a hit towards the A bomb side, but luckily he has 2 teammates in position, and Snyder might be actually to backstab them if they go even slower than this, but nope, the push is going to come in now. Only one player to guard this.
This is going to open them up for a really big flank too, and as they move in here, Pronax already just ripping them apart. 3 kills, that 4th one's not going to be a problem, or maybe it will be for him. 10 Fox though, not going to be able to last much longer here. And there's the JW knife. I said at the beginning of the set I wanted to see it, and we got it. Diving in, gets that kill. 8-9 will be the scoreline.
But to be honest, this is all Hellraisers wanted. They wanted to get the bomb that it had a full eco with nothing but Glocks. And they wanted the bomb plant, they got the bomb plant, so now their money's going to be fine going into this next one. And we're going to see a Hellraisers team shooting with every single gun they have. Full AK setup for them.
Pronax again, you can see the spray down here. Couldn't get that last one, but hey, the contribution was well enough.
Hey! There we go, JW.
How's it going? Nice to meet you. Let me shake your hand with a knife.
JW, of course, has a vintage performance, jumping in with the knife. That is something that he's known for. The no respect play. And JW now, once again, with that AWP in mid-window. And that's actually quite interesting because for a period, they actually played Snyder in that mid-window position with the AWP. But JW obviously feeling so confident with the AWP right now that he said, hey, Snyder, we're not going to play as usual. I'm going to play mid-window now.
It's not a matter of respect, man. It's like that's a clearly valid strat. It's trying to get some extra cash.
That is true.
It's getting the 1500, dude.
And the BM.
He needs
A
it.
double. Not that JW is a BM guy. He's actually a really nice guy.
So we are going to see the rest of Hellraisers pushing into the back B site here now, preparing to explode out onto B all at once too. It doesn't really look like there's going to be a lot of play. The only other diversion from this would be to go down through underpass and then hit A, but normally there would be like 1 or 2 guys either in a palace or ramp, and we don't see that currently, so they're going to roll in. But there's the counter Molotov. They're going to have to leap through that one if they want to go for it, and it seems like Zero is the only player, but Lekro doesn't account for it. Doesn't hear him either, creeping over to his right side, so he's going to grab that kill. Schneider in position to get a quick trade, gets the clotheslining frag onto him, and now we... Wait, whoa, what?
Okay, they think it's rotation, but it's not going to be.
What gave this away?
This is strange.
They've even got Pronax in the site.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Okay, so this is basically a save then.
Yeah, that's it then. I guess the take is so clean that they just don't give up on it. But they had people marking and whatnot. JW's going to get that kill into Angel, but it seems like there's no way that they didn't know that. So
yeah. That
had to have been a
wary.
safe call there.
Yeah, they're just playing extremely defensive. And of course, JW just trying to look for some frags, finds one in the end, but the bomb's surely going to explode here. So Hellraisers will win that round, bring us on 10-9, and hopefully they can bring all 3 AKs into the next one as well. Godsend will for sure bring 4 weapons into that round as well for them. JW bringing the AWP in as well, and actually they lose 1 AK in the mix there.
Yeah, so still making it a bit messy, and the save call ends up working out economically speaking here, because it's going to force a lot of those rebuys. But still, the timing of it was a little bit weird, and I imagine that's why it threw us off for a moment there. But they still end up going directly for the save, just not wanting to challenge Hellraisers due to the pacing that they get into that bomb site. So this takes us into our next round. JW still having the op to play with, of course. But the rest of the squad is kind of having to scrap these guns together, but still ends up with a pretty decent buy, though. So we will see how it pans out for them. It's Hellraisers again, back to the fast top mid control.
Yeah, taking that top mid control. Angel peeking already onto Snyder. Snyder actually risking his skin here, going out across the smoke and now pushing towards middle, and this is not looking good for Hellraisers.
JW can... Oh. Okay. Bless you.
I'm allergic to team kills, sorry.
JW finding his teammate as he jumps back into the smoke. Thankfully, it hasn't affected things too much since the rest of Godsend have been able to clean it up. But hey,
so here we go. JW and the boys with kills on their conscience can surely bring this one home, but no! Zero says no. He takes down Lekro. Now on 17 HP with Angel as well alive. 43 on him. It's a 2v2 and a very viable solution or situation, I must say, for both of these teams. Anything can happen now. Anyone can bring home the round win. Oh, Pronax just misses that by an inch. So close to seeing that player drop in, but now the bomb will go down. Pronax waiting for his teammate, and then the retake. Oh, he's not waiting. He's just going in. Straight in. Pronax has no rest, and that is one put to rest. That is the Hellraisers player. Angel going down, and that's going to be the round. Godsend bringing it back once again. 10-9 now. Only 1 round to separate these two.
JW put in the timeout chair for that 2v2 there. Not allowed to frag. It's like, that's what you get. No stat pad for you.
No stat pad for you, my friend. Right now we do see Hellraisers with a bit of an interesting money situation. And we do see the post coming in as well here. They have 4350 on Angel and 4400 on Stiko, which means those 2 players would be able to buy. But then they have Zero on 2650. He won't be able to buy anything else but a Teknana, maybe a Galil, and a couple of utility. And on the other guys, they have money for an AK, but no armor or utility either. So this is going to be hard for them.
Yeah, and I imagine that's part of what's being discussed here now in the tactical pause. Could go for it. They have the money pretty low for Godsent, but knowing Godsent themselves, that's a nice little transition there. We just teleported across the map. Look at that.
PGL production value, my friend.
Whoosh. Just went into a wall. It's like Harry Potter.
So here we
We
go.
just went to site 9 3/4.
Yes! Let's see if we can see some more magic coming in here as Hellraisers and Godsent continue to try and dazzle us with their magical skill. Round number 20 coming in here. 10-9 is the scoreline right now, and both teams are buying everything they can to bring this round home for their fans. 10-9 Hellraisers in the lead, but Godsent with the better buy in this one.
So Godsent now got over here in mid. Hellraisers are going to go for a very, very quick hit, though, into the A-bomb site, and I don't think Godsent are ready for this one. They're going to have to play retake on this. Sitting back a little bit. Pronax spraying into that one. Some good damage done to, like, Angel and Dead Fox, but ultimately, again, Hellraisers are going to get the control here.
There you go, smokes are going down on this A-bomb side. That means Hellraisers will get their plan unless the spam is going to be real and connect. But it's not. Stigo gets a bomb down on Flush it just seconds after. Sprays him through the smoke. So 4v5 post-plan scenario, but Snyder coming in with a huge flag from T Apartments.
And Flush is sitting in the back here too, hoping for more, but now we're going to be relying on the flank where Schneider opens up a new book, a new page for Godsent to get themselves back into the site. Angel getting that spray down onto Lekro, but he's now very low, and that's where Pronax is going to dive in. It's come down to Zero and Dead Fox, both on the T ramp too. They're going to be isolated. He spots Flush on the top steps, but now the smoke gets in the way. He's got to push in, flash blinding a lot of them. JW actually having some trouble finding the bomb in the back there though, but Flusha picking up the first one. Schneider finding the second and final player. That's going to be a close defuse, but they'll get it, and we will see Godsent now tying the game again.
10-10 right now. Hellraiser's getting dangerously close to taking that round, but in the end it's going to be Godsent picking it up, and this is surely going to force the pistol round corner from Hellraisers. We might see some Deagles and some Tech 9s as well, but they're going to be buying around $2,000 in each player, maybe a tad more if you want that AWP on Dead Fox, so he's probably going to stay on the Glock, but 10-10 is the scoreline nonetheless, and Godsent about to bring themselves in a lead.
And again, steal away what their opponents had, getting revenge for things back on Cobblestone there. Hellraisers onto, yeah, pretty light buy here. And unless the Deagles ring true, they're going to have trouble impacting from that top mid position. JW, Schneider, already chiming in with some kills. Dead Fox using about 2/3 of his health. Schneider actually running out of ammo there. Bondic grabbing a kill in the A site. He actually got the A site. If they had the bomb, this would be great, but they just lost it at top mid, so...
If they had the bomb.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the word had there. Right now they're going to just get totally wrecked. Zero, the last man remaining. If he can get some damage in towards Snyder, that might be a good scenario for them. He has picked up a Deagle now, but surely there's no way he can clutch this round. Godsent gonna go up 10 or 11-10 over Hellraisers here. Map number 2, their own map choice, and finally they're taking the lead in their own map.
Zero still waiting, and of course there's not really a reason for him to just rush out. If someone wants to go hunting for him, then that's going to be a much more favorable duel for him to take, or even somebody peeking him from that corner that he's aiming at in the connector there. So he'll still sit back and run the timer down a bit, but it is a standoff. It just kind of seems like everybody except for Zero's AFK, to be honest. Nobody on Godsent's even moving right now.
No, they're just
Just
talking.
chilling out. There's a little bit of movement, Flusha.
Yeah, and this is
Like watching a tank of hermit crabs.
This is also a good opportunity for these two teams to talk a bit about what they're going to do in this next round without actually having to take the tactical pause. Kind of like a natural pause coming in there in the game, so they can get the communication going and just make sure that everyone is on the same page in the book about what they're going to do, because they do have this buy round coming up. Hellraisers wanting to bounce back and grab another round in their favor, tying up 11-11. Godsent looking to take the lead and make it bigger than just a one-round lead for the first time in this game. AWP on JW and no AWP on that T side.
Hellraiser's ready to engage over there on the A-bomb set. Godsent sitting back, and they actually have a pretty heavy force deployed to this one. Pronax, that's a big push from him, and he actually is looking at the wrong spot on the peak. Angel, though, just completely blanks on that initially. He's able to grab that kill and then dip the hell out of there.
So here we go, Bondic with his AK-47 takes down JW, and Pronax also low on HP, so this is definitely a small advantage for that T side. If they want to, they can grab the AWP as well, but look at Snyder, just here in shadow, just hiding. He sees the flames, and, well, sees the light as well, because he now knows that there's someone in those apartments. A CT Molotov goes in as well, as Pronax moves to fireboxes.
That engaged here now, and the rest of Hellraiser is kind of split. You've got the position, as we can see on the picture-in-picture now from Zero there, but yeah, he's going to be spotted up by Lekro. They take him down. Schneider sitting over here behind the firebox too, looking for some more of these guys. Bondik with the one over here in the palace to start the play, but already having the defenses centered here for Godsent. They're ready for this. They're ready to try and stop this from even moving into the bomb site. Bondik himself a bit hesitant to push out, but there you go. He's going to get that kill on Schneider. He opens the wayside for these players to move in. Pronax sitting back over here at Ticket Booth 2 is a bit fidgety here now, but he's going to sneak in, trying to get the spray, and he brings one of them down very low, and a second player too. He's doing massive damage right now, but no kills, unfortunately. They're going to move in to chase him, but that's a mistake. Flush is here now, however, Dead Fox chiming in, picks up 2. It comes down to Lekro. Both the remaining T's very low HP, and they have an idea that Lekro is hiding somewhere around this smoke. We've seen him toy with these before. There's the first pickup. He's jumping right onto the bomb. Bondik peeking out from the ramp. He doesn't see that, and he tries to flick it, but Bondik is going to be able to take him down in time, and Hellraisers take control of another round and tie us again.
Bondik gets so excited that he just wrecks the total position of his player cam. So excited from Bondik, and he gets that 3K, and it ties the game up 11-11, so that's understandable. Good to see some emotion coming out from him, and round number 23 is set to begin. But once again, of course, Godsent have the economy to rebuy this one, but after this, it's going to be hard for them to scrape together the money to have a huge buy, which means if Hellraisers go up 12-11, they're probably also going to go up 13-11.
And they will send a lot of their players into Palace early on here, but Pronax having a position up on the platform there is sitting back to wait for this. So he's going to challenge this directly from down below now. Zero making quick work of that kill, however, eliminating him, and that pretty much kills the actual site defense. They still have players on the outskirts here where they can impact, and that's where Flush and Schneider are going to come in.
So, Schneider picks up the first one, actually has some kind of sense that there's a play up here in mid. He just goes for the challenge, and there we go. Loses it out. Flush it though with the revenge track onto Stico, but now 2v3. The bomb being planted. The Terrorists need to play this one out carefully. One in mid, the one CT low HP. But look at that, Dead Fox coming in with the first one, but now it's all on Zero.
Zero looking to clutch, of course, but okay.
He dies to his own Molotov?
That is a hard
Are you
1G
kidding me?
in the chat.
That is a hard 1G. That's a caps lock 1G. Wow.
Oh no.
And that could be a tilt factor for Hellraisers, to be honest, because you're not supposed to lose rounds like that. As Godsent go up 12-11 and look to bring us on a third map as well here. They just need 4 more rounds, just like Naruto needs 4 more years of CSGO. But that's not the case right now. Godsent 12-11.
And Godsent, now that they have the lead here, well, there's no stopping them at this point here. Hellraisers would have to come in with an eco victory. Now, they've been good at actually like initiating into the A-bomb site, but actually trying to hold it is where they've had the problem. And with these eco guns that they're trying to work with here, unfortunately, that one bonus they did have, which is okay, they're good at getting in, is now gone by the wayside. It's just Stico. Nice little dip in there to get some damage on it. Players like Schneider and whatnot, but he'll ultimately push back out towards mid, where everybody on Godsent's going to look for him here. He's got the angle lined up on Flush, but Pronax comes in from the other side and finishes the job for him.
So a great talking point for this one is something that Lerpus actually quoted, I think, who was it he quoted on? He just said it on Twitter, that this Godsent team is looking a lot like the early Fnatic team, where Pronax also was in-game leading. They had such a hard time by closing out maps, and we've seen them do that so many times, having trouble with that in this tournament. Now they're up 13-11, definitely should be able to close it down now, but we've seen time and time again, Hellraisers bringing it back, and Godsent having so many troubles just winning the map, despite they're in the lead and having the big advantage, and hopefully they can, well, make Lerpus wrong and win this one now, and JW is definitely helping.
Nicely done. Right out towards top mid, gets the kill. Oh, that's a crushing nade on the Dead Fox too. Yeah. Head on. 12 HP, he just barely survives it. Almost perfect without the armor there. And Stico looking for some shots himself into connector. They will not get it. They're going to let them into top mid. The damage has already been done, of course. There's no harm in letting them take a little bit of control. Lulls them into a false sense of security. But again, they'll just be able to pick them off when they move beyond that safe zone. And
Schneider coming in from behind it. We do see another pulse coming in. Surely this is Hellraisers taking the pulse. They want to be absolutely sure that they have everything lined up for their next buy round. Zero just gets completely smashed by the UMP of Schneider. 2 players remaining. Dead Fox at 12 and Bondik on 100 HP, but he's not going to be able to win any duels as he's taken out by Schneider as well. 14-11 by Godsent. 2 rounds away from bringing us into map number 3 in this grand final, and pause coming in. So, these 2 teams, they have a couple of seconds to take a breather and get ready for this next one, because it's going to be so important of a round Is it going to be Hellraisers going down and losing this map and Godsend bringing us to the third? Or is it going to be Hellraisers bringing us back up and rising their players into a position where they can steal the map away, which we have seen before from Godsend?
Yeah, Hellraisers have been in a great position to just constantly, I believe I said this during the last round, to just constantly be able to execute onto the A-bomb. So they find those entries and whatnot, they get it secured. But because of how kind of restrained Godsend is, they just keep so many of their guys alive. So it's on the retakes that is where the CTs take control. There is one area of the map, though, that Hellraisers have done a pretty bad job of getting control of, and that's over towards B.
Yeah.
They haven't really tried it a whole lot, and the times they have tried to push towards it have been met pretty much with utter failure. They may be changing that up now. We'll have to wait and see, of course, how this mid play goes. They still have a guy in Palace there, and if the initial apartments push doesn't go too good, they could always send the additional players in the back halls through underpass and then just make it a mid to B, or apologies, mid to A.
So with the purchase of the AWP onto Dead Fox, it seems like the Hellraisers players want to grab mid control, but Snyder and Flusher just making sure that that is not happening, at least for now. Angel in that underpass as well. Snyder just holding it carefully, very defensively. Zero has actually taken down to 16 HP already here.
And Schneider, again, back outside of the window here now. But not going to be able to spot anything with the smokes. Hellraisers get the good coverage. They get that mid control that they've been wanting. And now they're going to start to move into a spot to battle in through the connector. Even reapplying the smoke, too, against Schneider here. So they'll flood back in. And this is what I talked about before. Godsend are playing it passively. They're not actually resisting the take so much on the A-bomb site. They may have one or two players, but in all honesty, at this point, they're so secure their retakes. And they're so sure in their capability to kind of be able to dominate Hellraisers in a site fight that they're actually going to let them in. Schneider finding that first kill. Dead Fox, oh, that spin around. The almost nets him a second kill. It's Bondic now creeping in. That's going to get an additional frag. Dink down below, though, and Pronex with another Kobe kill takes down Zero. It's Bondic and Stiko. And this time, Godsend, well, they let them into the site, but they might not even let them get the plan after everything is said and done here. Pronex is knocking out Stiko, and then Flusha gets that last kill.
So 15 to 11, Godsend on the brink of bringing us into map 3 and bringing themselves back on equal footing with Hellraisers in this best of 3. Will they be able to do it, or will Hellraisers be able to take 4 rounds in a row and bring us into overtime? That is a question we're looking to answer right now between these two teams. Of course, fighting for that beautiful trophy in the middle, and we are back now on DE Mirage. It's a force buy for Hellraiser, and it's their last chance to do anything here on DE Mirage, and Angel is not happy.
Beating the chair up, man.
Stupid chair.
What a bully.
So here we
Chairs
go.
have feelings too.
Angel with the Desert Eagle, trying to make his way in. Bondic with the pop flashes. And actually, this is going to be a B take, and you criticize him for not having good B takes. Right now, it's working out perfectly. Lekro, though, the hero for Godsend, is trying to hold it down. 13 HP to spare. Surely not going to survive this. He's pushed back by that Molotov, and now it's going to be too hard for him to hold.
Angel finding that kill onto Lekra there. And yeah, this is a sudden change of pace from Hellraisers too. Normally it's been very measured and kind of like the standard style of executes that has been coming out from Hellraisers here, but Godsend, we're not ready for just the rush, essentially, onto the B-bomb site. Like I've said many times, it worked for Godsend actually in quite a few instances back over on their T side on Cobblestone there, and now it's worked for Hellraisers here. Sometimes when the complex solutions are not working out, just go back to the basics.
Yeah, as Machine said on the desk, the KISS mantra, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, and it works out great for Hellraisers there to get onto that B-bomb site as quickly as possible, get the control, and because it happens so quickly, Godsend are left with no choice, obviously. Schneider and JW specifically are left with no choice but to save in that situation.
Most importantly is that Hellraisers, not only do they get the round and keep themselves alive, they take a lot of the economy into this next round as well. So they're going to be able to have a full buy once again, and if they lose this one, well, it doesn't even matter, but they can get everything they want for each and every round. So they have the best try possible to get this one into overtime. But yeah, it's with their backs against the wall, they have to win 3 in a row to bring it into overtime. And the economy on the CT side is looking pretty sick. They have to win 2 rounds in a row just to bring them on a pistol buy. But if they do that, then that's probably possible, because they will be strapped for cash in the last one, Godsend.
JW is actually going to get super aggressive here into the apartments early on. He's looking for someone to lurk back up the steps there. There's no one, I think, in a real position that he could punish from there. But if he continues to go forward without being restricted here, there's actually one or two guys in those back halls that he could try to take down. Angel walking in, awkwardly blind, but nobody peeking out from that side. And they actually get Pronax. He thinks he's safe in that corner. Not the case. Bondik is going to burn him up, take him out of the game here. And not only that, but Bondik finding a second entry, trying to pre-fire over towards jungle, but there's no one hiding out there. Zero. Fence getting away a little bit, but he does find Lekro. This is a clean sweep from Hellraisers. Flush and JW. If JW doesn't really impact on this flank here, there's nothing left for these guys to do.
Yeah, and after a successful B hit, they head back over to A and are successful on that bomb site as well. And right now, looks like they'll survive with 5 members, so they'll probably have an AWP coming into the next one. But look at JW's flank. This is a huge flank. And with kits on both players, it's still somehow available for them. Look at that, JW. Is he going to pull the spawn? Is he going to pull the ninja?
He's still sitting in here. He wants it. Maybe hoping for someone to come his way too on the exit, but I think Hellraisers are cautious of that. They're staying in the site to the very last second. He's going to leap out here, trying to chase these guys actually down a bit. Oh, are you going to get far enough away? 3 HP. They don't see you though. Oh! There you go. There's Stiko. Tries to find a few more. It's actually not that crazy. But
Trades 1
JW
for 1.
gets the kill and gets a little trade.
I thought he was going to die from that bomb blast, but he survives with 3 HP. Goes down in the end though. So here we go. On the brink of the win still, Godsent, but Hellraisers are making it hard for them. They're going to be up 13 to 15 now. 2 rounds to go, and I think this is the last big buy. Now, okay, they have money to spare on 2 of the people, so it's going to be a decent buy in the last one, even if they lose this one, Godsent. But 2 of the players are going to be forced on something like a FAMAS, or maybe even just a Deagle in full utility.
And so here we go with Godsent again now. Buy comes back in from JW, so losing that up is not the biggest deal in the world. And Fox, though, impacting with the first kill here. Flusha just unloading his entire clip, leaves himself with 4 bullets there, but not enough to take down Stiko when he actually goes for the peek. They grab that trade, they bring it down to a 4v3. The rest of Hellraisers is getting ready to go into the Palace, and Lekro, he's backing up slowly, but he has extra support from JW here in this site, and there we go. He's going to start picking up some kills too. Stiko's gone down, Zero leaping in, but Lekro's just taken out pretty much his entire team here along with JW. He's got himself the position by bench, but here comes Angel, lining up another kill. You've only got 1 more left. It's Pronax stuck in the doorway, but he's just eliminated Zero. They still have to get the bomb down on the ground. There's plenty of time for that one, but Angel's got to be very careful about his timing on this cross.
Okay, let's see if he can find it. Bomb goes down. Pronax has to either push or wait and play for the defuse. He has no kit, so time is going to be very important here. 9 bullets as well for Angel.
Angel falling back here, but Pronax is going to get the lineup, and it's a single shot and a single round for Godsent to close out this map. They are going to take it away, and it's going to be 16 to 13 here as the final scoreline. They take control, and this means we are going to a map number 3 as the decider.
And no, that is not true. Hellraisers is not 1. It's going to be 1-1. So graphics got a bit premature there. That's okay. We can all make mistakes. That is fine. But congratulations to Godsent winning that 2nd map. And now we are moving on into the 3rd one. And there it is. Graphics Guy redeems himself. Good job, man. Saved. And here we go. 3rd map coming in here. Just, of course, in a couple of minutes. These teams need a bit of a break. It's going to be Cash. And I said that I thought that Cash was going to go Hellraiser's way because they have been looking good on it so far. But we have yet to still see that map. So it's going to be interesting who's going to take that home.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to that 3rd and final map, of course. And again, the performance is looking good. Schneider having himself another great game. Flusha showing up there too. So, getting warmed up, getting heated up a little bit here. As these guys are looking good. Not, completely free of mistakes, however. And to talk a little bit more about some of that stuff, we're going to bring in the analysis desk once again.
Oh, sorry, I was just stopping from being so relaxed. Evidently, we've got more to go, as it is going to be a 3rd map. It looks like Godsent have managed to redeem themselves, kind of appropriate given the biblical nature of these 2 team names. It's a tale of redemption, and it is completed over on Mirage. Swift, I see that. Oh, you said that you were expecting Cash to go Hellraiser's way, Risk.
Yes.
I still feel like that could have, given a couple of different circumstances, been a 2-0.
Yeah, definitely. I think they were pretty close in the end, and we are used to seeing Hellraisers just stealing away victories from Godsent like it was just candy from a baby. But this time around, it doesn't happen. So it's going to go to map 3. But as I said, Hellraisers has been looking really strong on Cash during these last 3 months.
Well, I'll be sure to ask them about that. I say them, of course, Halvor and Natu.
Question remains: what kind of candy and what kind of baby?
Yeah, exactly. I always feel like that's so nasty. Like stealing candy from a baby is such a moral. It's difficult to do. I mean, I don't think it's easy. I mean, physically perhaps, but looking at a baby, like this baby's eyes, and
it's an ethical question. No?
Yeah, morally,
morally,
ethically, it's not easy. We got a little sidetracked. It's getting late. At least it feels like it. Hellraisers and Godsent does go to a third, which is already better than Godsent managed to do last time these two teams did meet. However, were you expecting to see a third after that first half?
Well, kind of, yeah. I like I said, before this game started.
Though.
Yeah, well, before we started here, I expected this to be Godsent's map pick, or like the map they pick up for sure. Then again, I also thought they would pick up Cobble actually with how they were playing. But this is a nice consolidation price in many ways. Going into cash, I still feel fairly confident that Godsent are going to close it out. I feel like they're getting more and more into the groove of things as we go along. Even though they might have a couple of rough patches here and there, they look way better than what we've seen previously in the tournament. Yeah. They don't have those massive lapses anymore.
Yeah, that's a positive. I mean, we can't only just be negative here, so it has to be said that they
make it hard for us,
gradually improve. They don't do a lot of stylistic changes, I guess, but seems like they're getting more into the groove of things. They're feeling the game a little bit better. Their timings are on point much more. These contact plays work great. JW obviously here, incremental part of it. Like that's what it needs to happen. Like when you go for that kind of a contact play, you need to get those entries going for you. And then picking up that 6 rounds on T side, for me, it felt like that should be enough because the City side has been one of their strengths here.
Yeah,
it's definitely Mirage City side.
And I think Schneider is a big part of that. We've kind of alluded to it every time we've seen them play Mirage, but he's just so good at being active all over the map. You can't really never tell where Schneider is actually playing on that CT side. We know it's meant to be around the middle area, but you constantly find him aggressively in apps or pushing, basically like being the flank guy when he's pushing out to find information on A, or he's he's out and about on a bit of an adventure.
You know how we have that awesome feature with PGR where they have the little box of like someone else,
someone
is flanking.
Pops up,
That's always Schneider. Every time you see the little flanky box, just assume it's going to be Schneider coming from behind. Schneider Cam, indeed, as opposed to Spider Cam. Yeah, just like Sean Connery trying to say it. All right, one more. Schneider Cam. Wow, where are we going with this? Cash is our third map, and I also want to kind of bring up the scoreboard to understand exactly where Mirage went right and where it went wrong. It does look like it was another even spread, and this time no fingers to be pointed at the Godsent side. It was Schneider who has continuously been at the top of that scoreboard, likely picking up the MVP tag here alongside Flusha, the two names alongside Lekra. In fact, these three, it's crazy that we're sitting there talking about Godsent's firepower and not mentioning JW as one of the big dogs, actually, at this point.
Yeah, he's still somewhat inconsistent. Well, not somewhat, but he is still inconsistent. And that obviously that's the issue, really. So he's trying to find his groove, but for the better part, if you already have, like you said, those three mentioned names to actually contribute, then he does that gives him time and room to actually figure out how to get back into the groove of things. Because we still see him being impactful, even though it doesn't necessarily rack up 20+ frags each and every game.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Schneider here being MVP and his increase in play has definitely been one of the big parts of Godsent as a unit becoming better and better through the tournament, because he definitely does a lot of lurking, but also he's going to be a part of a lot of the attacks as well in the front lines. So he's just feeling more comfortable, it feels like. Especially Train and Mirage right now seems to be those two maps where he's racking up numbers.
Yeah, and for the first time pretty much from all we've seen of Hellraisers, Angel actually had a not so great game.
True. Actually, you know what? That was a common trend.
Yeah, so far, Angel has more or less been impeccable for Hellraisers this minor, and this was the first map where he kind of dipped off a tiny bit, not by any sense making a fool out of himself or going completely invisible, but not obviously having the same kind of impact he's had on every other map. And if he would have had a normal Angel performance per this kind of tournament, then that probably would have been a win for Hellraisers. Obviously, that's easy to say in hindsight, but obviously not a great time to start, dipping in form.
No, certainly not. Maybe he can pick it up on Cash. We're actually going to pick up a community question as well. You guys have been throwing them at us, and this may very well be our last one. But to the desk, it comes in from Panda LNC. He says, which team at the minor had a good game but got unlucky? A good game but got unlucky. I mean, there is an abundance of them. We've seen knives that they. I mean, I'm immediately thinking of actually that Godsent Hellraisers, yeah, where we saw Styko crouched on and then luckily jumping because Pronax was just a little further. That was luck to an
Yeah,
extent.
that was definitely luck.
Yeah. Anything else that springs to mind when you think about kind of a lucky win?
Well,
It's such a tough terminology to.
Are we talking about lucky win or someone having a good game but losing? Because I'm assuming that's the
a
unlucky
good
part of
game
it,
but
right?
got unlucky.
So I guess in a sense,
It twists, yeah.
Godsend with Schneider on that train map, right? Because he had 34 frags, just literally forcing his will on Hellraisers to the point where you'd think Godsend can't lose from that point on, and then they end up losing in the most spectacular fashion.
Yeah.
Other than that, you've had multiple good games.
I mean,
you could talk about
attacks, I guess, in a sense, but they just started to take a,
a bit of their own doing,
yeah,
right?
I guess. But then again, there was Deagles in play, and
Kiev looked good.
Deagles are brutal in that sense, right?
Absolutely. And, well, I guess yeah. And you also have teams who've had good showings, but don't necessarily make it that far. Like you have Ents opening up, beating Hellraisers on Cash, which is the map we're going to now, but they'll obviously go out in groups. Hellraisers in the finals.
Yeah.
So you had multiple instances like that. LDLC started off their tournament beating Godsend. Godsend are now in the finals. LDLC went out in groups. So you had multiple good performances from pretty much all the teams that were here. I think the only one that I would label disappointing would probably be Heroic. And even they lost a very close double OT game against Epsilon, who ended up placing third.
It does, yeah. It's kind of swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
You do see breakout performances in maps, then the best of threes come along, and the big dogs get a little scarier. And the big dogs are doing battle in our grand final. It's a 50,000 prize pool, 30 for first, 15 for second, and that's, of course, how this game is going to go down. One last map of Counter-Strike is going to be coming up after the break, and it's a $15,000 game of Counter-Strike. It's certainly going to be brilliant, and it's coming live here from Bucharest in the PGL studios straight after our break. You will not want to miss Godsend Hellraiser's third map.